let's take the dive. Crypto world is coming alive. From XRP to the blockchain beat. Join the crew where pioneers meet. Got builders, dreamers paving the way. Multi-gen vibes, we're here to stay. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, live in the dream. From the legend to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Yeah, oh, 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 yeah, oh, oh, oh. Hey, faces of crypto stories we share. Early adopters, they're everywhere. From XRP to the Web3 wave. Bold moves, only we're here to pave. Melissa and Simon, they light the way. Every week, it's a crypto play. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, live in the dream. From the legend to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Yeah, oh, 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 yeah, oh, no advice, just a spark to ignite. Do your research, keep your vision tight. Community strong, we're building the way. Dip a toe, show, here to stay. Take a take a take a take a take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, live in the dream. From the legend to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Yeah, oh, 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 yeah, oh, oh. So take a chance, don't be shy. Crypto's calling, we're reaching the sky. Join the movement, come take a look. Web3 is rising, the world's been shook.
You called me, I'm on a show. Don't know if you guys heard the new song. Played around a little bit with some it's a little Suno and some lyrics, and it spit that out, and I was like, what? This is awesome. I'm like, this is incredible, guys.
They always have really good stuff, don't they?
Yeah, I was totally floored. I was totally
That was fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, like seriously, like I literally want to put that in my mix. So when I come out of retirement for one last tour, I want to throw that down. Sorry. I know we're broadcasting in like 29 different countries on IMU TV right now, so got to keep clean, Jelly Bean.
What's up? So guys, unfortunately, I don't believe that Zey and Eric from Moca, the Moca team, are going to make it this evening. They are in Singapore right now at a crypto summit. I can't remember what it's called, like Crypto 249 or 2049. Anyway, it's a really big deal. It's today and tomorrow. Well, actually, this is the second day because it is 8:00 a.m. In Singapore right now. So unfortunately, I don't think are going to join us. However, we're going to wing it. Miss Kita, welcome to Dipacho. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing this evening?
I am great. I can't complain at all. Thank you for having me. Hi, Mr. Simon Says. I miss you so
Miss
much.
Kita,
Oh my gosh. I know. And you have to, okay, while you're home, you have to give Miss Megan a big hug for me, please.
Oh, she's listening. See that?
Oh, no, I see her.
You can't. Oh, yeah, I will. Okay, I'll be sure to do that.
Please.
I'm coming to give you a big fat hug, babe. Get ready. It's from Kita, though. I'm not trying to insinuate something.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're gonna wing this show tonight, and there's a couple folks that might pop in, some surprise guests that are gonna pop in. Hopefully, maybe Rob and a little Slim to Boss. I threw the link to Rob Nichols. He is part of IMU TV, and he and Slim to Boss dropped a new song, and they minted it today. They're doing a live mint, and the song is fire, and they might come on and do it for us, which would be really cool. And I also heard this morning, Stone said, hey, I might be interested in joining tonight. And I threw a couple of mics to a couple other folks. If you're interested in doing it, reach out, let me know. And I was going to throw it in the chat, but I decided I'm just going to throw it directly to people that say they want to come in and be part of the show. And I think we can have a maximum of like eight people, like 8 guests or whatever. So
7 more.
7 more. We can have 7
more as of right now. We can do 7 more. 7 more. I mean, we could fill up the screen with tiny little headshots.
Shout out to Berserker and Uncle Buster and Nerdy X, who they do this every week on their boardroom and coffee chat show where they have like kind of an open forum, and so it'll be interesting.
I see that.
Oh, he sent me a DM. Let's see. He sent me a DM. Let's see here.
I'm trying to Joe the stream.
Look, they're looking to come.
They're coming.
Yes, that's so good.
Well, hold the roll, guys. Hold the fort. Stop the presses. They're coming. They're coming.
I love it. Talk about real businessmen. This is what real businessmen do. Right? Because you know what time it is in Singapore. Like, come on. This is good stuff.
It's in the AM. I never did get the message, though. He said he tried to send me a deal. Oh, seems I can't get in StreamYard. Let me try to send it to him again. Let me try to send it to you again.
If you can send it.
If I can send it again. Let's try it again.
Who's that?
Been like on an Earth, Wind, and Fire trend all day. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Pro tip, loading. Oh, it's loading. Been stuck for 20 minutes. Oh no.
Well,
oh no.
I mean, maybe over in Singapore they don't like the StreamYard.
Well, this is what I'll say, and I don't know if you can hear us, Eric. But whenever we were at conferences and stuff, the internet and all of that is very shoddy. And so if you're at in the hotel or in the conference area, you might be having some issues with your internet, and sometimes you have to use like your phone data and you're overseas. And so I don't know. Oh, geez. Chitty chat and let me address this, and I will be right back. You and Kita, take it away.
Oh, look at
okay. We're gonna switch up. She gets to put time out.
So I'm gonna let you know I am so much in the chat right now. I am shouting.
I know. I can see you over there. I can see you. I can hear it.
I know you can hear me tip tap tap.
So I gotta know, because it's Wednesday night and we don't talk about this too much as of yet, but you and Melissa, Lady K, and Opti have been crushing it on the Monday night.
Thank you.
Like, I want to hear your feedback on it. How's that going?
You know what? First off, the beauty of Digital Ladies Unscripted is it's literally just a conversation between friends, right?
Perfect.
And that is what happens. Like, you got Melissa, who's always coming with the amazing questions and just making everybody feel so comfortable. Then you have Lady K, who is just, oh my gosh, she's such a whiz. And
I know,
she's
creative
so
mind right
smart.
there.
And, she's always, making sure that, all aspects are really delved into. Like all of the questions that you thought you might want to ask, Lady K has thought of those things and she's bringing them to the table. And then you've got Opti, right? And you've got Opti with her optimism. You know what I mean? Like optimistic is, I think, probably the smallest smidgen of a thought process when it comes to who Opti is, And then me, I kind of rounded out, with little quips and then some other questions.
It's just so cool. Like, I'm like, what? Like, I'm not really into marketing, but I always get fascinated with, marketing just at a surface level. And it's like, what a perfect time to have a ladies crypto show right on Monday Night Football night. Yeah. Go watch the game.
Well,
Go watch the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, that's the perfect time for that, dude.
You know why? Because you guys want the time on TV to watch the show and not to be bothered and not to have but honey, you're not giving me a hug. You're not like that kind of stuff. And so then we can celebrate. And then we can. You're laughing because she's already said that.
I'm thinking of a few friends right now where it's like, okay, it's like halfway through the first quarter. Hey, so can you come over here and spend some time with me? Then it's like, what? I just Okay, we're gonna work on this. I'm watching the whole game.
No, but Simon, we be trying to get in there.
I know.
Like, okay, we understand the game, sort of, kind of, in a roundabout. And then we want to be on it, so we'll cook some things so we can be included.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what. That's probably one of the great things that I love about any sport is the food that comes with it. Any sport, I don't care.
She's back, and these guys are here. And
they're here. Eric is here.
I will drop down.
Eric.
Okay, we're dropping down. Okay. There's the key to.
No, I can drop off. These guys need that whole bottom part.
I think it's just Eric. Hello, Eric. Hi, Eric. You're welcome to stay, Keita, if you'd like.
Thank you.
Stay.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to make it. I was like, well, we're just gonna go with it, and if they can't, because we know that you're in Singapore right now. So
yes, sorry about that. So first thing, I know that this sound check should have been like 20 minutes ago, but I was just able to join right now. Can you hear me correctly? And do you hear any echo when you speak?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Okay, and no echo when you speak.
No.
Okay, cool.
Are you hearing an echo?
Amazing. No, not at all. But so I lost my headphones yesterday morning, so I wasn't sure if the having the speaker on my phone would give you.
Yep.
It's normally pretty good. Whenever I'm doing my videos in the morning, I use my phone. I don't even use earbuds or anything like that. And it does pick up quite well without it being, any type of an issue.
Nice. Perfect. Yes. Well, first of all, sorry for the delay. I have no idea what I did, but now I'm here. But I wasn't able to be here doing this exact same thing. For 20 minutes, so
it's the magic of the internet, right? This is what happens. Well, we'll cut straight to the chase here. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know, this is Eric on Chain. He is a champion for the Moca app. Oh, we lost his camera. He kind of like, I want to say promoter. I don't know what the official title is for the Moca app. And they're right now in Singapore at a conference talking about and showing people all the wonderful things that the Moca app can do. And we lost him. There he is.
There he is. He's here.
All right. So tell me, Eric, how so far is it going as far as presentation with getting more eyes on the Moca app? Are you guys live with the POS and the web tool for folks to be able to put it on their websites and perform exchanges and stuff for people on their own websites? Is that live and ready to go now?
Yes. So here's the thing. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having us. And Zey wanted to be here. He actually sent me a message about 5 minutes before the show, and he said, "Hey, I have to put down this fire. It's gonna take me probably like 30 minutes. So after that, I'll try to join." So hopefully he manages to solve what he's solving right now, so he can join us. But then going into your question, and it's so amazing when you look at the big picture when you go to a conference, is that you have to set yourself some goals, and you have to say, okay, I'm spending X amount of money. I want to get out from this event or from this conference or from this from this activity. You need to have a measurable ROI, right? A return on your investment. It could be mindshare, it could be connections that you can then leverage in the future. It could be potential partnerships. It could be investment. But in the end, you have to have some goals. Otherwise, when you go to an event like this, it's very easy to get lost in the process, because there's 30,000 people here in Singapore that come to a crypto event, and there are 600 side events. So if you don't know what you're coming for, you're gonna get lost. And
Yeah.
600.
That sounds like I went to Bitcoin Las Vegas this year, and it was equal to that. Like you really need the pamphlet and the map just as a participant within the event, not let alone what you guys are doing there in Singapore. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, goals, definite goals.
Yeah,
and no sleep,
exactly.
just goals.
You were speaking at this particular conference, or just actually there to attend the conference?
So I arrived here on the 28th, I think. Yeah, 28th. The conference, it's actually the 1st and the 2nd of October. But the side events start around the 28th and they finish around the 6th. So they since a lot of crypto companies know, well, everyone knows that Singapore and during this time of the year, they have a ton of crypto people around. All of these projects decided to create some side events. And the thing is that once you get, so there's two main kind of people that come to Singapore during Token 2049. The people that want to learn and the people that want to connect. So you can either go to the main conference to try to connect with projects or try to learn about different things. But when you are coming to work and you are a project like Moca, you just want to focus on the side events, because that's where the people that you want to meet, that's where the small KOLs, where the projects that are grinding their way up, where good companies are hosting events that you can use to meet people that have a like-minded approach to the crypto space, etc., etc. So you have to grind the side projects as well. You cannot just simply go to the main conference and that's it.
Yeah. Well, there's only so many hours in the day, right?
Very true.
Yes, and I'm sleeping very little, but I have a 30-hour plane back home, so I'm gonna sleep all the way back.
Sleep the whole time, right?
Perfect, bro. You got a plan. I like goals. The goals. You got goals, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me find out you're going to have a little sleep aid there to make sure that you're able to go to sleep.
So Eric, the last time we had you on, you kind of touched a little bit, on the Moca Wallet and the point of sales that was coming, and the web integration for the crypto button, being able to handle fiat, on ramps or swapping of tokens and that sort of thing. How close are you now? I know you were expecting to be launched in kind of like mid-September or so. How's it going? Is it ready?
Yes. So sorry about that. We were planning on. So the main idea was to launch in September 16, but what I've been telling a lot of people around here is that when you do a launch, you want it to go right because you want, like, it's your baby, but also because you only have one shot in actually getting traction and getting all of the people that want to try it out to actually test it, right? But when you test something that it's glitchy or that it's not working, then you lose the user as a company, but the user loses the interest that they used to have in your product, right? So, and when you're trying to create a snowball effect that actually gets people to start promoting your product, your consumer app, then you have to have that system ready. So what happened a couple of weeks ago was that we had the referral system ready, but when you actually did a transaction and you had you were using a referral code, you were not able to share the rewards with the person who invited you to Moca. So you can see where the issue was.
Yeah.
So we decided to push the launch a couple of weeks, and then also use that time while the devs were finishing that, to use that time to polish other UX things that we were planning on, keep working on once we were live. So it was a good thing that we had this time, but now we're actually ready, and we haven't really announced because we are basically waiting for Friday. But right now, I can share some alpha with you guys. The website is live, which we announced 4 days ago, and you can actually go in on the website and you can go check the products. And if you click the buttons that redirect you to the products, you can actually start using them right now. So the products are live. We just haven't announced it, and it goes a little bit in line with how we have our token as well, where we don't really hype things. We just let people who care. We just let them go explore and go poke around. And if they want to learn more, or if they want to buy the token, or if they want to try the products, they can do it. And why do we take this approach? We don't want opportunistic people, and we don't want, because it's early, right? Our market cap is $16 million, and for a project of this magnitude, in my opinion, my personal opinion, that's very early. But we want the people that want to get involved to join us at this stage. We are not doing marketing right now. We are not paying KOLs. We are not doing any YouTube videos. We are not doing anything. Why? Because all of these shows, like the Dipito show, which we are very grateful for your invitation, all of these shows are giving the people that care a chance to, for once, be early to something that can change the crypto space. At one point, we're gonna have a ton of marketing. We are already closing some influencer deals, not only in Web3 but also in Web2, that we're going to plug in a few months. But right now, it's basically just an if you know kind of thing, and we want to keep it that way. That's why we've been going to shows, to podcasts, to all of these organic audiences interactions, because we want to we have to have the right people with us from the beginning. So that's the approach.
Mm. So
Question
I,
for you.
so
Oh,
I
I'm
have
sorry.
I have your wallet or your website pulled up right now. And by the way, I don't know if you realize that your camera is completely black. I didn't know if you knew or not, but your visual is not coming in at all. Um, but so I have the website up, and first it kind of goes to, well, let's see. If you go to the front page, it's one app to rule them all. And so you want to talk a little bit about your app first, the which I'm assuming is the wallet app.
He
Oh,
stepped out for
left.
just a brief moment, and he's coming right back in.
And
So
he's
just
back.
give it 1 moment. There he is.
Bear with us, guys. There he is. So I don't know if you heard my question is, I have
Yes.
I have your website up, and the main page, it's the one app to rule them all. And you can download or launch the app. Is this functioning now, or is it still just beta?
And this is
Well,
what I was going to ask, because I actually have the app. And so I was going to ask you whether or not the features that you're actually going over here on the website are currently active on the actual app as well.
yes. So if you click on launch app, you get the website, which is where all of the products are working right now. And I think I just got a message a couple of hours ago. It's 8 a.m. for me. So I get a message from one of the devs that he told me that the App Store, or no, Google Play. No, I think it was App Store. It just got approved for the POS. And actually, so there's 3 ways to interact with Mocha right now. You can do the website, the App Store, or the Google Play, but you can also download the POS, the point of sale, or the wallet. And so if the links are working, it's because they got approved uh, by the App Store. If they are not working, they are just a placeholder, so that when the App Store approves it, then they'll go there. And that's exactly why we haven't really made an announcement on X, because people can use all of the things on the website, like for example, you go to pos.moca.app, and then you can actually use the point of sale. You go to mocha.app, and you can use the wallet to pay. But since we don't have the apps yet, because we're depending on the centralized entities that control the who goes where in the app world, we haven't announced yet. But when they go live, we are gonna drop the post on X. So this is basically us giving you like the alpha of the alpha.
Yeah, if you click on, when you're on the main website, I can see that you cannot download it in the App Store yet. So that part's not working. But like you said, if you go to the website itself, then you can actually launch the wallet part of it, the app part of it on the desktop. So let's see. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can.
Okay.
This is, and this particular, what are we looking at right here? This is the mocha.app, and it's the home and the home desktop screen. What would someone use this particular part for?
Yeah, so this is basically just to track what you are holding, but also like what you how the general market is looking. But it's basically just we're thinking about making, so when you have the swap module as your starting page, you are very financial oriented, right? When you have this portfolio tracker, you are very holding oriented for the users. But we actually want to have a different kind of landing. It's not a landing page, the landing tab. But that's going to come in a couple of weeks. But it's going to be so that the user does not feel like they have a wallet, but they feel like they have something bigger with a wallet, right? So right now, what you would want to do is just connect your wallet, on the upper side, upper right side. And then when you have a wallet, you can actually start your business, so to speak, your business journey, where you can just create a referral code. And then with your referral code, you can invite people. They can scan your QR code, or they can use your link, and then you will start earning a very small percentage of every transaction that the persons that you refer do. And this is just basically because we want, like, all of the referral codes that, well, not referral codes, all of the referral systems that I've seen in crypto. I've seen some very good ones, and I've seen some very bad ones. But
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I was
Yeah.
I was gonna ask because I noticed that when you launch it, it does give you the options for let's see if I can.
He sounds like he's trying to talk.
Yeah, I just muted him. Maybe he'll come back on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Now I can. Yep. Now we can.
We can hear you.
We can hear
just
you,
not
but
see
I
you.
can't see you.
We can't see you anymore.
I can actually see all of you. I can see all of
There you are.
There you are.
That's so weird.
Technology. It's technology.
Look, different
Sometimes it
bandwidth,
works.
different country, bro.
Yep, absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, 100%.
it is one of the it's like this is common when you're traveling even if you're not traveling out of country. Yeah, it's the same thing. What I noticed is when I went to the website and I did the Connect Wallet, and it gives you the option to either, well, let me see if I can share my screen. It's kind of frustrating because I'm trying to share my screen, and every time I click on something, it opens a new window. Then it doesn't let me. I have to share a different screen, so it's kind of not what I wanted to show you guys. There, that should be, if I can get it back up there, back up on the stage. So when you're in it, it says connect the wallet. So I click this connect the wallet over here, and then it says welcome to Moca Wallet, and it says create a new multi-chain wallet, or you can import your existing wallet, or you can connect. Coming soon is connecting other wallets. You can import your wallet from the key store file, but this. What I wanted to know more about is the Mocha Dex wallet, being that it is a multi-chain wallet, which I think is pretty cool. I wondered if you could give me any more information, but we lost him again, guys.
He's still there. Hold on.
He's still there.
He's there. I see him now.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is so weird. I'm really sorry because so I have a Wi-Fi here at the hotel, and it should be working fine. But I also have the I have unlimited data. So if it was,
They're trying to block him. They're blocking him. They're blocking. They don't want this information out.
Ladies and gentlemen out in the crypto space, this is how you know that you have an awesome project. When the powers that be try to shut you down by any and all means necessary.
Exactly.
So go get that.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry, and I'm even using the laptop, and I'm not getting any. Okay, I'm gonna try with the laptop again, but yes. Can you see me now?
No.
No, sir.
No, we cannot.
That's so weird. I can see you, all of you.
Well, I wonder. I'm almost wondering if we should reschedule when they don't have, because I would love to be able to give the best presentation for the Mocha app and the website and be able to walk through it step by step for people to really familiarize themselves with it, because when what they're creating is pretty darn cool. And so I hope those of you guys that are in the chat, that you have gone to the Moca app website that I placed in the chat, and I can actually do that again for those of you who might not have gone to it yet. But it's a pretty website, and they've got the web section for the Moca POS, which is, crypto payments in person, no terminals, no extra gear. You can turn any phone, tablet, or computer into a crypto checkout. No extra hardware, no setup fees, no sign-up costs. Just enter the amount, show the code, and get paid. And that is actually, you can click on the launch the app. And this is where I wanted to ask him about it, because you can set up this Moca POS, importing your account. And so I wanted to kind of find out from him, what does that mean when you get to that point, or when you're importing an account, like what account are you importing for that particular thing? Because I'm not exactly sure on that one, but yeah, I mean, between that, like, Simon, you and I remember years ago, we had the one fellow, which I think it was that Litecoin fella, that was going around and selling, or like signing people up for the POS hardware.
Johnny Litecoin.
Yeah, Johnny Litecoin. He came into one of our private groups, and but it was the hardware part of it, And I remember, as somebody like Ryan, who's not been in crypto at all, but he's watching me move. Out of all the conversations that he heard, that he listened in on, that particular one, he was like, "Wait, what? What? I could do that. I can sell that. I can walk around and onboard people in that way." Yeah. And so as soon as we met the Moca fellas with Eric and Zey, and the fact that you don't need that hardware, that's a game changer. It is. That you're not having to sell them having any kind of hardware.
The only thing don't they have to have? So they do have to have their own wallet that they're going to connect to that particular system. Like, for myself, right? Like, this is a perfect example of what you're talking about, right? I'm totally excited about getting onto the Moca app and being able to utilize it for my own business, and so it'll be really nice to just be able to say, okay, I'm going to use this wallet. But I think you do have to make your own wallet in the Moca app, correct?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We'll go. Okay. We'll go without visual. It's okay, unless you can get it working again. That's fine.
Yes, sorry about that. Yes, I'm. Well, I mean, if you want to reschedule, I can definitely do that. But I mean, we can just maybe informally talk about it. But yeah, so there's when you want to create a business, you actually have to create a wallet, because so when you want to abstract how businesses receive any token, you want to get them a wallet from the first, from the get-go. But we're actually working on that user flow, because it might actually make more sense for a business to just go on the website and be able to create a business without having the wallet. And during the business creation, you create the wallet at the same time. And then you just find out that you have a wallet once you create the business, right? Because right now you have to create the wallet, and then you have to go to settings, and then you have to create the business from there. But it might make more sense that you can create a business directly without having to connect the wallet, and then the process gets you a wallet.
Are you just saying in general then, like signing up, like creating a business account through Moca first, and then the wallet, all of those steps would be right in, like, as you're signing up? Is that what you mean?
Yes. So right now you need first to create a wallet or to connect a wallet, because you can actually use another, like an external wallet that you didn't create through Moca. and then you create the business from there. But at one point, what we want to do is let the user create a business without having a crypto wallet, and then through the business creation, they get a wallet by default.
Ah,
What would the creating a business entail in terms of like what is your vision when you say they can create a business within it? What exactly does that mean? Does that just mean inputting your business name and address and tax ID number and that sort of
right.
thing? Or
That's what I was going to ask.
yeah, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah, so it's basically just when you go into settings and you go to create a business, then you can actually type your name, you upload your photo, you give any kind of information or details that you want us to know or the customers to know, and then you click confirm, and you basically already have a business, and you can already generate QR codes, and you can already give your employees an account on the POS app so that they can start charging. Like it basically takes 2 minutes to have a business account in Mocha, and that you can actually start charging people and transacting in your store.
And
Now,
then
are you able? I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say, so right now, if I go onto my wallet or the actual app, if I do it there, can I still build the business there, or do I have to do it on the website?
So if you have your Mocha wallet in you can. I don't know if the final version. I'm pretty sure that the final version is not live yet, but you can
But
try right
even
now.
without the wallet, say I have just the app. I just have just the app that's on my phone. If I go
Yes.
on there, am I able to build a business, or do I have to have a wallet in order to be able to do the business?
Yes. So if you have the app, like
Mhm.
the app is the Mocha wallet. So when you download the app, you don't have to use a Mocha wallet, but you
Mhm.
need a crypto wallet. So
Correct.
from the app, to be able to create a business, you have to have a crypto wallet and you have to connect it. Because when you start charging people, we need
Mhm.
to know to what crypto addresses we are going to redirect
For sure.
the QR code scans.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, so when I'm looking at it, it's so I'm on the mocha.app on the website, the point of sale area, and it says launch POS. And when you go to that the launch, it says welcome to Mocha POS. Start setting up your account here. And the only option at this point is import account. And when you click that, it comes up with some terms and conditions. You accept the terms, and then this is where the camera pops up. It wants to take your picture, or it wants access to your camera to allow while you're visiting the site. And then it has me in it's taking my picture right now, or like it's just in the thing. Says scan the QR code that appears when you add a new device to your account. Um, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it's doing yet. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so when you have the point of sale, you so what it's a little bit okay. So it's not complicated once you know the full flow. So when you have an account, when you have a wallet, a Mocha wallet, or you connect an outside wallet to Mocha and you create the business, then you already have a way to charge people. But now you want your cashiers or your waiters or the your employees on your store to be able to charge, right? To be able to drop a tab on a table, etc. So you want to connect the your employees will download the Mocha Point of Sale app, and they will connect to the wallet you created. And that way, your employees will be able to charge customers without having access to the wallet. So that's why you need the QR code scan right now where you are, because you want your employees to scan the QR code that you have on your wallet so that they can connect.
Yeah. I think here's what I think, Eric. I think I think we should do this when you have better connection and we can really like walk through it, because I really want people to see all of the things that they're going to be able to do with this, because I know how awesome it is. And I I would like to be able to walk, someone through it. Do you think that's possible, that we can have you guys come back on and maybe give us a walkthrough? I know there's so many people here, including myself, that are interested in learning more about this POS system, to be able to onboard businesses, get them to understand how to use it. And I think it's going to be like I think it's going to be fantastic. Once we learn how to use it, like we have time to really test it out and all of that, and give us some blueprints of how to really show people how to onboard. I think this is going to be absolute fire.
Yes, 100%. We can schedule another session once I have. I'm sorry. I thought the
Uh,
hotel Wi-Fi would be better, but yes,
it's not your fault.
and it would be
It's
actually
not.
cool because they would be able to come as well, and then we
Yeah.
can give you a full walkthrough, all of the possibilities and all of the features that we have, because it's actually pretty cool. Like, you will realize that it's not just a simple point of sale, but we have already thought about a lot of the needs that the businesses have in the sense of managing a store, and having the accounting and all of this. So it's definitely going to be a breath of fresh air from all of the things that we have seen so far in the crypto payments world.
Well,
Yeah.
being able to assign, your employees something they can scan in, so that it's kind of like logging them in, so to speak, to accept payments that are going to go to their wallet, but they don't have access to that wallet. So I think that's really important. Yeah, Lloyd says no sweat, brother. He needs another take on this either way, and that's what we think. I just
I
really,
agree.
I really think it's a disservice to the project for me to continue to try to push you on something that I can't really share. Like I want it to shine, and it's not your fault that you have bad internet. You know what I mean? Like, I really appreciate you trying to
We,
do it without
we
bad.
experienced the same
Yeah,
thing in
we
Las
know,
Vegas,
we
dude.
totally get it.
Oh
Yeah,
man, the
don't
full
feel bad at
on
all.
nonstop weekend of that in Vegas. But yeah, man. But thank you for coming by, because I know what Melissa's talking about here. Like, there's some serious gems that definitely this community could totally benefit from seeing, and especially new people. And so this is, in fact, I was talking to a few people that I was helping with some crypto issues today, and I was telling them about the show, the Dip a Toe show, and what we kind of do here is same thing what Stone does with coffee and crypto with Stone in the morning. Is we try to bring and highlight the new projects of the crypto space, from the ground up, and Mocha is definitely fits that mold. And you guys are out there in Singapore crushing it, going, I don't need sleep, I'm good, we doing the show, I don't care about the internet, I'm gonna show up, we gonna show up. So Eric, man, thank you for that and giving us your time today. I mean, you got to go kick butt at a show. So go get some sleep, brother, and we'll reschedule this, baby.
Thank you very much, man. Yeah, those are amazing words, and thank you for this. Yeah, and well, I think I can. end my part of this with a nice statement. So, whenever I go to these kind of conferences, I not only promote Mocha, but I also take it upon my duties to promote Thorchain and Maya Protocol, and I'm looking for more integrations from other blockchains. But I also have like there's two tokens or two communities that I resonate a lot with, and one of them is the XRPL community. You know, people like you guys, the people over at Stone Spaces, and the co-hosts there, the Farmers Union. There's many sub communities on the XRPL that are amazing, and I've taken a little because there's not many people that speak about that talk about XRP over at these conferences. It's a different kind of community because there's most of the token holders on XRP, on Cardano, on Bitcoin Cash, they're more like the OG, the normal person that doesn't really push narratives on conferences like this. So, speaking about the XRPL in the side events that I've been going, and how we're building together, and we are trying to create circular economies that rely on XRP and use Mocha as a vessel. It's been good because people know that XRP is cooking, even if there's no official events, or if there's no people from the community here. Well, I'm one of them, right? So I'm trying to push, and just so you know, I'm trying to push the XRPL when I come to these conferences.
That's
Awesome. Awesome.
awesome.
We appreciate that. The whole XRPL definitely appreciates that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is pretty cool though. You're in Singapore, and you said there's thousands of people there. There's hundreds and hundreds of different outside events. What an incredible vibe that must be. And to hear you say how different it is. Now you've got my curiosity sparked. I'm like, I would love to go to one of these conferences in a Singapore, or some other country that that it's a different vibe, right? I mean, 3,000, I think you said. Did you say 3,000
30.
people?
30.
30, 30,
We're talking
30,
a
30.
sports event with bad teams.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, to me, that just says, like, I mean, we always know, like, Singapore has been like, it's been charging for a long time, right? For quite some time, but when you think you got 30,000 people, what does that tell you? Yeah, where we go to a conference, and you get, I mean, Bitcoin conferences pull quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's no 30,000.
I don't think so.
They might say it does, but I didn't see 30,000 when I went. I'm just saying. No, I did not.
No.
So.
But in that couple of minutes while you all were talking, I just set up a wallet on Moca. So
Simon thinks you can hear him. We can't hear you.
He's doing that on purpose.
He is doing it. I know he's doing it.
There's a little button there. I was trying to cough up my tea and not have it go all over the monitor. Forgot to hit the go fast button. Yes, Bitcoin event. So at least the one I went to, like the first day I was like, but I forgot it was like industry day. I went the next day, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm glad I'm really not in that line up there to get up into this place. Like, no, it was there was people. There were some people.
Oh, there was definitely a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think there was no 30,000.
Look,
So,
there definitely was. It was like this. Dude, there was moments in a huge convention center where you're just like, you couldn't even really make it to one side of the aisle and I mean, there's room, but just to be in the aisle to go where everybody's at. Yeah. No, it was.
That was the Vegas one, though. Mine was a couple of years before at in Miami.
No.
It was probably a little bit different experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Eric, we're not going to keep you. We so thank you for giving it an effort to come here and trying to do it with bad internet. It's been awesome. We'll definitely reschedule with you guys and let you have some time to get back and get settled and sleep for for a while before I start like blowing your DMs up. But do you have anything else that you'd like to tell the audience before you leave?
Yes. So probably the one thing that uh, it's worth mentioning right now, and thank you. Yes, it would be amazing to reschedule. But once you realize there's okay, so there's probably more than 1,000 wallets. There's more than, I would say, 200 blockchains that are worth building on top of. And what I saw this time in Korea and Singapore is that the active audience or the active community in crypto in general, it's big, but it's not as big as we would like it to be. So creating all of like the things that you guys are doing on the XRPO, creating these sub communities that have a real connection and that have this real community that you're building with friends and that you are actually creating human connections. It's something that you don't really see a lot in the crypto space because most people are just like, let's make money, let's get into the tech, and that's it. But the human connections that the XRPL has within the community is amazing. So I would say don't lose that and keep nurturing it because I think it's one of the main things that will take XRP and the XRPL to go as mainstream as possible for a blockchain community. So just keep going at it.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Awesome.
So good.
Fine words, my friend.
Man.
Fine words.
Yeah, I loved it. And I agree with you. Although I haven't been to as many places as you have, and probably rubbing shoulders with different people that are actually building, on these different chains. I don't have that benefit, but I believe you. I 100% believe you that it's much different. But oh, I thought he was going to say something. I was just saying thank you so much for coming. Yes, now we can.
He's fighting so hard for this conversation. I'm mad at him.
Okay.
We're going to turn you loose, Eric.
I was able to hear everything you said.
Okay. We're going to turn you loose and let you go about your day in Singapore. You're only there for like a little bit more time and then you're on your way home. So we hope that you enjoy yourself, get a chance to enjoy yourself for the rest of the time that you're there. And please tell Zey that we said hello, and we will definitely reschedule you guys to come back on the Dipito show.
Yes,
perfect. Yes, I will tell Zey, and thank you very much for your time and for the invitation. And yes, let's definitely reschedule. Thank you, guys.
Perfect.
All right, thank you, Eric. Take care.
Have a good rest of the your day. All right, guys, we'll definitely have them back when we can really show everybody what's up with the Moca app because their website's beautiful. If you go to their website and kind of navigate around, it definitely thinks that it's definitely going to be an incredible tool for people that are dipping their toes. What he just said before he left, I think is incredibly important. And I just got the biggest smile on my face because when I think about the XRP ledger, all the people in the community that are part of the XRP community, they are different. We are different. And that was one of the things, so many of us say, God called me, I saw it, I was led to it. A lot of people, I hear it over and over again. And the human aspect, the fact that we are actually gravitating towards each other instead of away, and trying to collaborate with one another and build all these different tools for the world. Because I think when you do your research on XRP, you kind of do dive a little deeper and see what kind of tools have been created for us to benefit from. But it's only going to work if people actually use them, use the tools, learn about them, and try to do it. So I just wondered, like, what struck you when he said that? Like, did you get that same feeling in your stomach when he said it, or was it just me?
Oh no, that was not you, just you. When he started talking about the human connections, I was like, yeah, that's really what has really happened. Like, I was actually in a space not too long ago, and they were talking about how people are on the internet and they place too much importance on the people that are in spaces and things like that, and they are getting up in arms about certain things, and they don't really know the person that they're up in arms about. And when they were talking to me concerning it, I was like, well, see, that's where the people that I'm around are different. Because the people that I'm around, I've actually met them in person. I've actually hugged their necks. I've actually broken bread with them and had drinks with them and those types of things. So there's a connection, I think, that's a little bit different. It does not negate any type of connection that people have online. I think that can be a real thing, especially when you've been corresponding and talking to each other and seeing each other day in and day out for years. You know what I mean? Like that, I think that's a very valuable thing. However, you do have those people that will put up their representative, right? And their representative is all you know. And then when you meet them in person and you're like, this isn't anything like what's really going on? Right. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's that's why I'm like, no, we're different. We're not the same. You know what I mean? Like I say that quite often. We're not the same. We actually have human connection. We actually have met and have, done things. Shoot, I've met your wife, fell in love with your wife because she's just freaking amazing. And
she is.
You know what I mean? Like this is what I'm saying.
She thinks the world of you ladies. She really does. Like it was like it's kind of like one of those times in a man's life where the man can finally, I can look at my wife and go, I told you, and not get in trouble. You know what I mean? That was it. Like I was like, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, these are your people. You need to come. Yeah. I'm in the crypto. They're in the crypto. I'm like, but I'm telling you, your people are right here. You just need to come with me one time, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be like, wow, those are really nice people. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. They are digital family. So we're gonna break bread. We're gonna have good dinner because it's gonna be good things. And you're absolutely right, Keita. Yeah,
and that's the beauty of what he said. And he's an outsider looking in, and this is what he has said, So that's the part that really kind of stuck out for me, And I am super excited to be able to, hopefully be able to get baby girl, out to New York in November.
Oh, this November, like in a few days.
Yeah, there's an XRP community day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fire. So
yeah,
that would maybe.
yeah,
Maybe. I think it's possible.
I think so too.
I was like half the conversation there. I had a few messages come through, and of course I had a whole bunch of alerts, and they're all crypto related. I'm like, oh, it's pumping. Okay, I'll just go look real quick. Let me go look. I mean, yeah, okay, that's some nice price action, but we're not there to a certain level. I'm just gonna, nope, we're not at the God candle level yet. But
no.
But back onto the community. I've had the honor and the privilege to be blessed enough to be, I don't want to say like in the right communities. I'm going to say around the right people in a number of different communities. You know, Melissa and I met literally because we went to a Bitcoin convention.
I love that.
You know, right, of another influencer. That's how I met Alan. You know, and a whole bunch of other people is because I went to there, and it just just it went from there, and it stayed or blossomed from there, and it kept on growing. And you know, it's you really like first off, let me say something to you, Mosquito. I commend you, and I literally tip my hat to you for going to this year's XRP Las Vegas. Like you weren't gonna go.
That's because of y'all.
Like, you know, I know, but what it was like to see y'all, but it's like really bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's not just I'm going to see my people, you know, and hang out and connect. Like there's like this deeper thing that like we do not have the words to properly express some of the deeper reasons of why we're going. We just know that that's where we're supposed to be. And you did it. You're like, I gotta go. I gotta go. No, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't care how much this costs me right now. I have to be there.
But the reason why, I'm going to tell you the reason why that happened that way. You know, we had been in Vegas the year before, right? And we were there, you know what I mean? And it was more about me being out there with the community that I had, that, you know, I had with Melissa, you know what I'm saying? So because of that, I was already going to Vegas anyway, you know what I mean? Because she said, I'm going to do this. And she, you know, I was like, look, girl, you need some help. Okay. you need some help, you know? And I was like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm there to help my girl, you know? And at the same time, I was in your chat, and you were like, Keita, you need to come to Vegas. You need to come to Vegas. I was like, well, I'm going to be in Vegas, but you're like, no, you need to go to the convention. You need to go. And I was like, man, I'm not paying that kind of money to go to anybody's convention.
It was expensive.
And it was. But at the same time, I was like, look, I could buy more XRP. But I said to myself, you know what? Take a chance, right? What are you gonna lose by going, right? And hey, Tristo,
I miss you. I reached out to him because I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, and I was like looking at his X account, and I'm like, he hasn't posted in a while. Like, hope everything's okay.
He's working. He's working right now. He's stacking up that money to go get him some more digital assets. Just like Keita was contemplating about going to Vegas. I could get XRP, but will you?
No, but here's the thing. Something said to me, you know what, Keita, take a chance. You know, you a rebel. Go on and go. And what I will say is all of the people that I'd been corresponding with, whether I had been on 68J's show or, you know, had been in his chat and had met Crypto OG there and Mr. Sam and, you know, and all of these different people, right? To be able to meet them in person was a whole nother ball game. Okay. And then with the fact that most of all of these people are of like mindsets.
Yeah.
So you're almost like you're at home with your tribe and your people. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying all of them are like that. I ain't gonna say all of that. But what I will say is that the people that I actually got a chance to vibe with and actually hang out with and to actually like go to a party and drink with and do karaoke and all of those great things, you know what I mean? Like that was the game changer, right? And I'm not going to lie. I told Melissa this. I had no idea about Web3 when I got to Vegas. None. Not even a little bit. I was a hodler and that was it. I was holding and I was a diamond hand. And diamond hands. So I was like, when it came down to it, that trip, aside from the connections, also broadened my horizons. It was like mind-blowing to me. The difference, and not even the difference in people, but just what's being built, how it's being built, how it can benefit, what problems is it solving, what can you do, what can you not do. And that to me was priceless. I would not have ever gotten that any other way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
Well, and the thing is and this is like circling a little kind of back to what he was saying about the people in the XRP ledger community, wanting that human aspect of things, but also not all of them, but a lot of people that are building on the XRP ledger, they are literally trying to build things that are going to help the little guy, like just help us have commerce with one another.
Mad Labs.
Mad Labs. I mean, there's so many of them, and it's like I feel like we're exploring what the ledger can do, and it's not just us. I mean, it's not just the XRP ledger that are doing this. But what I just got from Eric is that some of these other blockchains, it's all about the making of the money, right? They're in there, they're blowing up, they're making money, and then they move on to something else. Is kind of the feel I got when he said that, and then you got the guys like Denny from Thorchain, and what they're trying to do with the multi-chain world. I just really encourage people, like, go outside of your box, look at all the different things that are going on. You have big corporations creating things in the background that we're not hearing about. So we're in here trying to test all this stuff out. They're listening to our conversations. They're watching us move, and they're building.
I always feel that.
I got no privacy. Yeah,
we're aging ourselves, just to let you know that.
I'm good with that. I'm good. Let it be known. Let it be known, because that's when music was music.
It was.
And I know some people in this chat trying to bring it back, and I know it. I know they are.
That's right, because Rob Nichols and the real Slim the Boss is in the chats.
Yeah, they had their mint party today for their song, and hopefully everybody can go and grab one of those. It's only one XRP. I don't know
on the white list.
If you're on the white list for I don't know if it's for the rest of the day.
I think he said until October 4th.
Okay.
And then it goes public. So if you have a protector, a blue umbrella token, and what are the other ones that do you remember?
X-Meme.
I
think it was the NFT. I don't know if it's the tokens or the NFTs, but
I think it's holding the token. And I think if you also hold XFT as well, because that's their token. And so there's a couple of things that allow you to have a whitelist and to be able to get it for one XRP.
I bought extra. I bought 10.
Me too.
Because Simon, you'll be proud of me. So like, with giveaways or like if I'm in Coffee and Crypto with Stone on Fridays, he does the giveaways, and Steak and Bake does the giveaways. Yes. And I don't really have anything to give away right now. Oh, we got the Lady K. And so I bought some extra to give away to some folks for from the Dip and Toe show.
Yeah, I kind of did the same thing. So I had, I wanted to support another mint, and I minted like a whole bunch of potheads, and that's been cool. And I feel like being able to have this and it to be music as well, this is another great thing to be able to give away. So,
man, welcome, Blue Bus Driver. Love these confirms. Have so much to learn. Appreciate you all facilitating, sharing. Much love to you for coming to the Dip and Toe show and hanging out. Yeah, stick with us, my friend, if you're learning. There's so many great people that come on this show. I don't know if you're on X or not, but X, there's a lot of communication going on X as well. Some great spaces you can pop in and listen to. Just find us.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Blue Bus Travers YouTube. I've seen him over on my channel recently since I've been doing some videos, and I think he might be also part of the crew from the Stable Crew.
Oh,
So
nice.
Yeah. There's been a few very brand newies that have come across my channel just in the comment section, and I don't know who was talking about it, but they noticed like, this is like some new people are really getting in, right? And so this is like the next wave of individuals that are coming in now will be what you guys have already gone through over the course of the past 4 years. Right. You know what I mean? Right.
I agree with that.
So for me, that makes me feel old being in this space that long. Now I'm dating myself, but Blues Bus Driver and a whole bunch of others, they're actually commenting and like really asking legit questions, being brave. Like I've noticed a huge uptick in people's confidence of being new to say, hey, I don't understand this. Can you assist?
I love when they ask those types of questions because
good.
You know what I mean? I love that.
I know that was gonna happen right there. Right.
Of course you gotta ask if you
I know that was gonna happen. Yeah, I knew that. I was like, man.
Yeah. I wanna say hello to Lady K because she's in here.
Lady K in the house.
How is everyone tonight?
Fantastic.
What I want to know what illustration you have on your PJs.
Oh, that's funny. No, Simon, you're right. Like people should ask questions. You know what I mean? They should learn this now while you have this community that's like willing to teach you,
100%.
Because I know like right before November, I was starting to realize there was a lot of people in the community that didn't know how to like set a trust line or do any of these things. And then First Ledger launched, and then, it just did it for you. Right. And then they weren't happy, but then they didn't know how to do it elsewhere. So, I used to say too, when like XRP was really cheap, like learn it now while it's cheap. This is like the least expensive it will cost. Like don't wait until it's worth a lot of money and you're trying to figure out how to like do something and then lose it, right?
Exactly. Right. And I mentioned that the other day is I don't know how long it's been now, but so I've been in XRP for a while, but I wasn't holding it in a Zaman wallet. I wasn't participating with NFTs. I wasn't doing any of that. And when I met Amanda, Optimistic Prime, she's like, oh, you got to get out. You don't have a Zaman wallet, or people would I would win. I didn't even know. I wasn't doing anything with NFTs, but like I got chosen to win a prize, an NFT or at the time. And I was like, well, I ain't accepting that. Or they'd say, send me your wallet. And I was like, dude,
no.
What wallet are you talking about?
What do you mean, send me your wallet?
Yeah,
I was born last night.
But I mean, in my defense, I was like, well, I have an XRP wallet, right? But it's not a wallet that's holding NFTs. There's a difference, right? You can't just hold NFTs in just any wallet. And so there is that level of education that's needed for folks, because I truly believe this. There's a lot of people that bought into XRP, but they know nothing about the ledger at all. They don't know anything about the wallets that you can have that where your money is like directly on the ledger. I mean, what it always is, but I'm just saying, like, as far as the NFTs and all of that stuff goes. So even people that have been in the space for several years, they don't know about all this stuff. So having a community like this one and Stones and like what you're doing and what Amanda does, it's so important for people to learn these things and feel comfortable asking questions.
Yeah. I mean, when NFTs launched, XLS or 14, right? Now we have 20. I bought an NFT, and so many people were like, why are you buying NFTs? Because it was like a foreign concept. It was all about XRP at the time. And I'm like, because I want to see, like, what does it look like? How do I get it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, it's just learning these things. I remember when I first started using Xammon, and I was like calculating the exchange rate to buy, and I didn't realize that there was like a sell button there. So I set them all up to buy, and I had to reverse it, and I was doing all this math and nobody could help me. And then somebody's finally like, oh no, you just hit sell. And it's like, oh.
You're like, oh, that's cool. I wish I would have seen that a few days ago.
But you brought up a good point too, because it kind of snowballed. And this is something that from my observation, the first ledger thing really it turned. It was successful. It brought a lot of eyes on the XRP ledger. And because they made it easy to launch the token and all of these types of things, but it also brought a bunch of people that didn't know what the hell they were doing. It brought a lot of people that I think are taking advantage of the kindness of the XRP ledger family, because we're just like sunshine and rainbows generally, and we're trusting of people. And so I think we're kind of learning, hey, you got to do your own research. You got to look into this stuff a little deeper. And I did try out the first ledger. It wasn't for me, but because it's Telegram based and all this kind of stuff. However, there's a lot of people that are on Telegram, and that's their primary source of social media and how they interact. And so, just because it's not for me doesn't mean that it's not for everybody. Somebody else could pick it up and go, this is so intuitive and, it's fantastic. I love it. And, another person could say, I can't figure this out at all. I just don't want it at all, which was me.
You talking about the Telegram?
Yeah, the first ledger thing with the Telegram and the buying the tokens and all of that. And I mean, Opti showed me how to do it, and I did it. I mean, and it was easy, like when she's telling me how to do it. And then because I don't use that often, I just was like, I'm not comfortable with it. And so I guess we have to think about, like, there are different people, different strokes for different folks. And that's how this is going to be. This is how it's all going to play out. And those of you that are early into this space and you're starting to ask the questions, like Lady K said, like, we're here right now and to answer your questions. And the price is low. If you're making a mistake and you're sending yourself a couple bucks and it doesn't, you did something wrong, whatever. Although I have to say, with XRP, I have not had the stress of sending a transaction with XRP like I had with doing with Bitcoin. But to be fair,
not in a bad way, just
to be fair, I was really, really early when I was playing with Bitcoin and sending transactions. And I think that actually helped me. It's like a foundation for me, right? It instantly taught you better just send a little transaction first to make sure you're sending it to the right address. Otherwise, it's out there in nowhere land, or it's in someone else's pocket, right? So, I mean, we have to go through all of these steps. And what's going to be really interesting to see is, because there's so many of us now that are here to help, the adoption speeds up, because we can answer those questions, not to mention the things that have been built. Like, I've literally in the past year, look at how much this space has evolved, and the things, the tokenomics. Yeah. Like, I remember 2 years ago, trying to think of tokenomics and try to understand the utility of all of that stuff. And now you've got people coming up with all of these different ideas. And then what was that just approved, Lady K, for the XRP ledger that is going to make it even
Multi-purpose tokens.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just think about that. Like,
Can you talk about that a little bit? The multi-purpose tokens,
Lady K, you're on.
Okay, well, the simplest way I can explain it is, have you deposited into an AMM?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't have to set that trust line. You did an action, and that token was sent to you. It's unilateral, and that's what multi-purpose tokens are. It's unilateral.
So that LP you're saying is the multi-purpose token?
It's like it, you know what I mean, in the sense where it's not bi-directional,
right?
Where you set the trust line and then get the token. It's unilateral, and the best way I can explain it is like an LP token that you do an action and then it's sent to you.
Okay.
Then you sell it.
Would you please, for the new people, describe or at least give the definition of an LP token?
Oh, a liquidity pool token. I mean, that's the representation of your share of the liquidity pool. So when you deposit XRP and X token, it does a calculation within the pool of what's in there, and it determines how much of that share is yours now that you've added new. It also changes the constant, and then it sends you the LP tokens. Perfect.
Thank you for that clarity. I know some people are like, the what token? With the L? With the what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So thank you for that, Lady K. Appreciate that.
And from what I'm understanding, whenever, like, say you're looking to remove yourself from said AMM, then you're cashing out with the LP token, which takes from what you have entered into the AMM. Am I correct?
Okay, so yes. Okay, so say I'm depositing into an AMM pool and I put $100, $50 on both sides, right?
Right.
Now I own 100% of the AMM pool. It sends me liquidity pool tokens. Now Kita comes in and puts in another 100%. So the AMM pool then runs the formula, and you can find it on the GitHub. And it sends her a set amount of LP tokens to represent that she owns 50% and I own 50% because she put in 100 and I have 100 in, right? Now Melissa comes in with like $25. The formula then recalculates and sends her a share of liquidity pools to show what she represents. Now, because you have it, you think of it like as a percentage of the pool, right? So as the AMM is earning the fees from the transactions, it's going into the pool. So if it increased, another $100, I now have 50 more. Kita has 50 more, but not counting if Melissa coming in yet. You know what I mean? So it accounts for that. So when you go to pull the LP, cash in the LP tokens, it says, okay, this token is worth this much of the pool, and that's what it gives you based on your share.
Okay.
That's the accounting part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the placeholder. It's the representative.
Honestly though, like once you ladies like really just try to do what Lady K just said, you're literally gonna get it. Like Lady K really said that very simply. It's really, it's not a challenge to explain it, but just to like try for people to catch the vision in their mind. It's like they don't understand, when Lady K is saying, well, you're providing liquidity to both sides of the trade.
Yeah.
So when so XRP USD, right? So you're saying, hey, exchange, I want to play balls in this liquidity pool. So here's half and here's half. And then the exchange is like, cool, man. Here's your little raffle ticket, liquidity pool token, and it represents the percentage of what you own in this liquidity pool as of today. More people join, percentages change, and you are thus rewarded based on how much of that pool you own at that time. And then once you want to exit.
So that means the more people that come into that liquidity pool, the less your stake, or the less
Yeah,
your
smaller
portion
your
because
share. Yeah.
there's only 100%. So say there's 4 people,
Right.
you now have 25% now,
100,
as
yep.
opposed to the 50 or 100%
Right.
that you had when you started the liquidity pool.
If everybody put in equal amounts, yes.
Correct.
Thank you, Miss Lady K.
Thank you for that.
Well, and that's where you hear all of these things with these, where these people they're creating liquidity pools with these tokens that they're starting up. Oh, Fabio Marzella from Zauga has popped in.
Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, we appreciate you coming. He's giving you a shout out, Lady K. So when people are like, they're creating these projects and they have the tokens and they get really frustrated because they'll have somebody put in, they'll have somebody take out their XRP out of the liquidity pool. They don't take it both sides out at the same time, right?
Right. Because what's happening there is it's passive on the back end. So so day one, I put in 50% of XRP and 50% of XMeme. We'll use XMeme, right? And now say XRP goes up, but XMeme does not. So what happens is on the back end, the AMM pool flips the XRP to XMeme to balance that pool back to 50-50. So now you have more XMeme tokens than you had XRP. That's what they mean by impermanent loss too, right? Because you go to pull out, you're getting now more XMeme than you got XRP, but XRP price went up. If you had held the XRP, you'd have the same amount of XRP I'd put in. So if you do the calculation, you're like, okay, I actually would have had more money if I just held it, right? So that's what they mean by impermanent loss. But it's temporary because then once XMeme goes up, you know what I mean? It continues to like rebalance. The USD value should remain the same unless both tokens go down, right? And another thing about that is when somebody pulls their share out in all XRP, the pool automatically rebalances, changing everybody's percentages and token amounts. And that's what the fuss is over.
Well, I mean, and there's a reason for there to be fuss, right? If somebody does just pull out like that, or if they just pull their XRP out, when they talk about single siding in or single siding out and how they're messing with the pot when they do that, right?
Yeah, and so the XRP ledger has this really unique feature of the continuous auction mechanism, which traders can bid with LP tokens for the slot. If they get it, they get like a 90% discount on the trading fees of the pool. They can trade the pool. And the LP tokens they paid gets burned.
Oh.
So what happens then is that just increases your share of the pool as LP tokens are burning, which should help combat the impermanent loss.
And you said that is a tool now on the XRP ledger that people.
Yeah, if you go into like Anados or Orchestra Finance, you'll see the continuous auction mechanism. You'll see how what the bid is for the LP tokens to win the slot. You can actually outbid people. So I bidded and my LP tokens were burned. And then Melissa comes in and outbids me. It will pay me back the amount of time I lost. And then the rest that you paid will get burned. And then you win the slot for the next 24 hours.
What do you say about that, Simon?
Hey, look, I'm actually being quiet here because I am very much knowledgeable of what Lady K's saying here, but she's explaining it differently than how I would, and I know that resonates with people differently. So I'm just chilling. I'm like, yep, So what do I really think about liquidity pools overalls or AMMs? Yeah, let's do it. For me, that's putting my digital assets to work. and you guys know I'm a big proponent of doing or finding other vehicles, mechanisms, instruments, whatever you want to call them. I want an income producing or a streaming flow of something back to me. I'm always looking for that. But that's a whole conversation for a whole nother day. And so the DeFi space, as wild west as it is, and how confusing it really can be on the surface, Lady K did a very great job of explaining it just like this. And I would go back and listen to her just one more time, just on how to, like, not how to get in, but what happens when you participate. You know, go back and listen to that, because Lady K was talking about some other things that happen on the back end that well, on the side end, not really on the back end, more of the side. There's like side action, if you will. But I don't want to confuse people. Just go back and give that a listen, because it's really going to resonate with you.
I do agree, though, that it's really easier when you do it, because you can visualize how it happened. And, you know, I mean, I just baby dip a toe into the little liquidity pools, and I'm not even paying them much mind, which is wrong. I'm sure I should be watching, but
No, you should not be watching.
I just put my equal amounts of stuff in. I put it in, and you know, I just wanted to see, and I realized I got the liquidity tokens for, you know, so I know. Yeah, so when I look, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I got all these liquidity tokens, you know, and after I did it the first time, I was like, where did these come from? You know, I didn't understand, because I thought that it would just be like, oh, this is locked up and this is locked up. Like in my mind, you know, I'm putting this in here and this in here, and it's locked up. But then when it's spit back out, when they spit back out the liquidity tokens, I was like, well, now what does that mean? Does that mean they actually have my stuff and I like can't get it back, and they just gave me this? I mean, right? Because that's what you kind of think. All right.
Well done, Blue Bus Driver.
Blue Bus Driver, we need to hook you up with Optimistic Prime. Did you know, Blue Bus Driver, that there is a blue umbrella butt token with the wandering footprint? If you don't, go through our channel and look for the Optimistic Prime interview. And she talks all about the wandering footprint. You can also find a more recent interview on Digital Ladies Unscripted from a couple, like 2 weeks ago, I think, where she talks about it. So it's pretty interesting that your name's Blue Bus Driver.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I know. Like, for a brief moment, and Blue Bus Driver, please don't take this offense to this at all, because just looking at your icon and having met Optimistic Prime's lovey-dovey of a hubby, right? Yeah. There was just a few moments when you commented on my channel on some videos that I was like, "Oh, dude, is this Optimus husband?" And this is dude, what a great name, you know. So, but I was like, I don't know yet. We're not gonna put that on blast. Let's just let's see what's good. Answer the questions and move on.
We've got like 20 minutes left, and there was a couple of things. Oh wait, I'd like to hear Simon's. What did it say? I'd like to hear Simon's something.
Way of telling the same thing. I think it's talking about the liquidity pools. Am I right, Opti, that you're asking for Simon to give his take on the liquidity pools and how the dissemination of the actual, you know, the actual percentages and how that works with the mechanics of it.
Yeah, the mechanics. Yeah, it's really you know, I literally would do something similar to what Lady K did, only I just related to like something she did later in her explanation, which is just take a real world thing and say, okay, Melissa, you ever gone to like a family fun center where you get the tokens, right, and then you play the games, right?
Skee ball.
Okay, skee ball, but you get tickets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went and took dollars.
Tickets
you kind of went. You got dollar. You got But both machines can take, dollars and quarters, but in order you need to combine them to get these tokens. Okay, but in return, what you're getting back, that's your reward. It's the tickets from the machine, and it prints those tickets, and then you're able to, in a way, you can either, in some liquidity pools, not all, you can actually take that liquidity pool token because it has its own value within that exchange, or you can swap it to another something else, maybe one of the tokens that you just put in there. So those are some different options. That sounds a little confusing because we're talking about, wait a minute, so I put this thing in here, I put this thing in here, it's on lockdown until I say get the heck out. Yeah, okay, that part I get. It prints me tickets. Yes, I get that. Okay, well, you can take those tickets on some exchanges, on also known as family fun centers or video gaming carnival places, wherever you get tickets from, right? You can go swap those tickets out for something else within that exchange that's available. So when you go take your tickets to go get the stuffed animal, or you get the water bottle, or you've been there all day and you got the really big boombox stereo that's all the way up at the top that cost all your tickets for like 3 days straight. My point there is that's one way that I might explain something like this. Or another is, imagine a pool. Okay, you see all the people at the pool, right? Well, some people own a big portion of the pool. Okay, you will participate in this pool, but you own about a cup size of the water, where the person next to you might have like 5-gallon buckets, right? And so on and so forth. And you get rewarded in pool time by how much pool time you get based on how much of the pool or water you own within that swimming pool. Different stuff just like that. Just to drive something home. Look at you three ladies are like, what are you talking about, bro?
No, actually, that was making sense to me as well. So it's like,
I mean, if you say
because I got Simon explaining, talking about it.
No, Lady K did a great job of taking something with the technical parts and just throwing it back. That's why I'm mad props to Lady K. That was fantastically done.
So I know I'm having another eureka moment, which it's like, I already knew this, but then I don't know why all of a sudden it just is a little bit clearer. And now when I say this out loud, hopefully I'm right, so I don't make an idiot of myself. But so I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, liquidity pools, right? So basically you're putting in, we have, say it's XRP and X meme token. Like, since we were talking about X meme token already, X meme token has its particular value. XRP has its particular value.
Mm-hmm.
Both are based off the dollar, right? Or they're assigned like that. I calculate things in the United States dollar, and so putting both of them in the pool is what, like, your XRP pairing up with X meme is kind of giving that a little bit more. It's like saying, now my eureka moment's it's all falling apart, guys.
Melissa, do you have X meme?
I do have X meme.
How'd you get it?
Oh, here's Fabio's exactly.
I just put it up there.
Perfect.
It's like a magic money jar where people can swap money and earn little rewards for sharing their money. So
yes.
So they're locking up the value. They're putting it in there, and they can share their money. I guess, what is their ultimate risk for putting into a liquidity pool, right? Like, you want a legit liquidity pool, because otherwise, I mean, I'm hearing these people that have these tokens and stuff, and they're encouraging liquidity pools, and then you hear the stories of people like, well, they just took out all their XRP. They didn't take both sides out or something.
Yeah, and that's where the pool then rebalances, right? So, and that's really the only risk. Like, they can't take your share,
right?
You know what I mean? But your share might look a little bit different if they took all the XRP, because it does have to
Right.
be balanced. And really, it's providing liquidity, right? So if you tokens on the XRPL should rise with XRP. Sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? Over time, they should, right? So hopefully, like even if there's a bump in the road where one rises and the other hasn't quite yet, down the road, hopefully both have risen and they're pretty balanced, and your share has just increased with rewards and the fees, right? Also, I think providing liquidity kind of maintains a floor price. If there's enough liquidity in there to handle trading, and I'm going and I'm trading that, then that price is going to, be the last traded price continually. So I think it can help with that as long as the liquidity pool is large enough to handle those trades. Now, when you go to swap, the ledger actually looks for the best way to fulfill your order. It will look for the orders on the DEX, and it will look at what's in the liquidity pool, and it will do a combination to fulfill your order.
And then I love that you came in, because this is great, Lady K. I remember somebody was asking David Schwartz about the liquidity pools and the value. Like, I just remember him making a reference or acknowledging that it is giving value to like those tokens that are in there. So you hear a lot of people say, well, you don't have to just hold it in XRP. If you're holding X meme, you're in fact, you're still contributing to XRP, the value, because it's tied to XRP. Does that make sense, what I just said?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's saying is that these IOUs, these tokens on the ledger, are representation of XRP. I mean, we exchange them for XRP. So I think that's sort of what he was saying.
But that's it though. That's it. And that's why I asked Melissa, do you have X meme? And you said yes. And then I said, how'd you get it? Right. So when if you took XRP or blue butt token, sorry, blue umbrella token. Oh my gosh. If you do that, you're swapping the XRP out for that. Okay. You say, here's XRP. Give me the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Right there in that transaction that take place, a liquidity pool needed to happen. On most things, there's correct me if I'm wrong, on the XRPL, when a token is created, you have to typically provide liquidity or create a liquidity pool to handle the
swaps. That was only on
right?
First Ledger. First Ledger forced that.
Thank you.
But if you're off of First Ledger, you don't have to.
Okay, perfect. Just in that same example, though, when a swap happens on a DEX, typically there's a liquidity pool that is supporting those transactions day in and day out. Okay, so when I would go and use like MetaMask or Uniswap, what was the other one I did? Pancake Swap. Okay, if I wanted to swap out of a token that no centralized exchange had, but it was running, I could see on a chart it was running up in dollar price. I could go swap out that token on that DEX. And the reason why I was able to do that was because there was a liquidity pool, people, individuals, institutions, whatever, that were providing both sides of the trade, supporting that pool. So people like me could swap in and out of either side of the trade.
And you know what's interesting? It's supposed to help like with arbitrage, right? And but when they first came out with the AMM pools, David did a space, and like he made me so bullish on it. I wish I could find that space. But he talked about, when there is interoperability and these other blockchains can bridge to the XRP ledger and then create a liquidity pool at the protocol level, we could literally be a liquidity hub.
Yes. I mean, I could see that happening. Sorry, Kita.
No, it's okay. Especially since XRP is rooted in liquidity, like literally. That, I mean, It's trading value for value, you know.
Right.
So if that's the case, you know what I mean, then, you know, you kind of have a double hit. Okay, so it's gonna trade value for value, and it also is offering the liquidity.
Yes. So when you have your okay, so this gets into the topic, you know, that's widely out there, where you have individuals like Cyphrix, Aquaman, Mr. Man, and a great many others, right, that are very vocal about the DeFi space. Okay, so if XRP is already doing value for value, you yourself, either now or in the future, will be able to take a however much XRP you want, we'll call it a chunk, and you could literally put that to work by providing liquidity to a DEX exchange, etc., or some other private institution. And there you're going to get a percentage of all the transactions that take place within that pool. This is okay. So this also highlights how valuable XRP and other cryptocurrencies can be, but not based on price.
Correct.
Okay. When you have digital assets like these that you are able to put them to work, you now have your asset went from code to now a digital tool that is a service. Okay, you're providing a service, and as such, you are providing you have the most risk within this transaction or this deal. He or she who has the gold makes the rules, kind of. But we have the most risk. We're putting our digital assets that we own and providing liquidity to a pool, and as such, we should be compensated, you know, proportionately. So that's where our assets go from. Just my words, arguably initially a store of value, meaning, hey, I need to take my today's dollars and I need to put them into a thing. And that thing will over time has dollar appreciation and value, which means at some point I will hopefully reclaim some of my purchasing power, meaning I have more dollars, I can get more stuff. Okay. So that's like phase one. But when we take that thing that we are pretty good with, yeah, the price is going to go up. You guys can name any price you want. I don't care. Price up. We can now take this thing while we're waiting. We can take some of them and say, you know what? I want to put you to work right now. I want to see how good this asset can be in this type of environment. And now I can get some rewards. And guess what else I could do? Some of those rewards I literally can swap back into one of the assets that I just put in the liquidity pool. And then I could put some more in. And now I've increased my position in the pool.
Compounding liquidity.
Huh?
Compounding liquidity.
That's right, baby. We making a rain in the pool, girl. We making a rain in the pool.
Make it rain.
As long
as it's not raining quarters, we're going to be okay.
Right. Yeah. You know, another way I think of it is like, okay, like we say all the time, be your own bank, right?
Amen. Let's do it. I love this topic.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talk about like banks and the Nostro, Vostro accounts, right? Where they have money sitting in accounts all over the world. So when you have to do a cross-currency transaction, they can charge you a $30 fee and have that done in 10 business days, right? Well, how is this any different? I mean, we're literally providing liquidity on the blockchain. We're being paid the rewards for that. When somebody needs to do, you know, a swap, it swaps. The liquidity's there. It's like we're the bank, we're providing liquidity and we're getting paid for it.
Right. Those fees, we're getting the cut of those fees that would normally go to the bank.
Right.
And that's what makes this such a disruptor.
Yes.
And
that's why the banks want to come for us.
And the taxes, don't forget that.
And the taxes too.
I listened to the hearing this afternoon that they had today, and I tell you what, guys, they were touching on all kinds of subjects, and I mean they were asking decent questions. but listening to them answer, they were really wanting their feedback, like, well, what do you see as needed in the tax code, and all this stuff. It's like, we're kind of farther away from it than I thought, even when it comes to that. But then it's like, I'm like, well, whatever, but they're
That's
really
funny.
talking about Congress needing to be the ones to make the rule and not rely on the IRS, because they've been just using whatever the IRS says. And it's like, no, Congress needs to come up and
That's
make
kind of lazy, don't you think?
Yeah,
but that's what Gary Gensler said too. I mean, every single time he was in front of, Senate or, the House of Representatives, he's like, listen, this that's your job. That's just, I'm working with what I had. See, that's why I never really had that much of a problem with Gary Gensler.
I think he was an exercise to show people, we need you people to understand how your government is supposed to work. You don't want me making these decisions. You don't want a judge making these decisions. You want the government that you have elected, in theory, to talk about these things, come up with it, do the public disclosure and inquiry so that we can give feedback, have these hearings. And for what I can see, they are doing it. It's just that it's not sexy and people don't want to watch it. But I listen to stuff like that all the time, because it's like, it really gives you a pulse about where we're at for real.
Oh yeah, they've been fighting about it for years, And the thing is these agencies are unelected. They have no right to make these rules or laws. Our elected officials should make them so we can hold them accountable. And it's like our elected officials don't want to, because they don't want to be held accountable. It's so frustrating.
Right. Well, and don't forget that everything's kind of ambiguous, because there's a bunch of people that will say, taxes are not, they're not constitutional. They're not this, they're not that, and all of this, right? There's a lot of things that say, show me where it says, And so I'm really wondering, as we transition into this new digital age and things come over, how is that going to change? What is Congress going to do? Like, are they actually going to legislate?
They're going to do nothing right now. They shut down.
I think they're gonna get rid of the income tax. I think they are headed that way, and I think there's a few reasons why. I think it's difficult to track what is income and what you're just transferring, and so I think it would be easier for them to tax at point of sale and hold businesses accountable, and especially on the blockchain. It could go straight to the tax agency the moment it happens, right? Where income would be much harder. Did you earn that, or are you transferring it? And then how did you earn it? Because that changes the percentage. Way too complicated. I think they're going to go to consumer tax.
I think you are onto something. Right. I think that is, yes. Guys, unfortunately, we have like 1 minute. Because our ending song, otherwise we'll go over. I really encourage everybody to come to the Dip Toe After Dark space at 10:10 Eastern. I don't have the link to put in the chat right now, but those of you that are in here, hopefully you can find us at Dip Toe Show. We will post it in there, and we hope to see you. And I will add it to the stream, the show notes here after we end this space. So, hope to see you guys. Stay tuned for next week. We love you. Have a good rest of the evening. And thanks to Eric from Moca for stopping by, and we're going to reschedule. Love you.